All right. I'm not sure when this will be showing, probably in the morning. So good morning, experienced Butte fans. It's been a long time since I've done one of these interviews, and so again, a little rusty. It's been a while, but I thought I would start them up again just because I should have been doing them all along. So very informal here. Today I have with me Meghan Boyce, and she is actually right next door to me at National Affordable Housing Network, right?
Yes.
Network. Okay.
You got it.
And so we're going to talk a little bit today about this organization and also a few things that it entails. There's a lot more to it than just what you think it means. And so, Meghan, thank you for meeting with me today.
I appreciate it.
And tell me a little bit about yourself and how you ended up working for this organization.
Sure, yeah. I am from the East Coast originally. I grew up on Long Island in New York.
Cool.
And I was there till I was about 29, and then I needed to get out. It's like a really busy, crowded place, and I never really felt like I fit there. So I ended up finding this job here that I have now randomly. It was originally through AmeriCorps. So I was what's called a Vista my first year, which basically just means you're sort of volunteering, like you are paid some money, but it's not much. And you're generally meant as someone to just like help out where needed to kind of build the capacity of the organization. So that's what I did my first year, and it's a 1-year contract, and so I thought like, all right, I could go to Butte, Montana, which I know absolutely nothing about, for a year, and if it's terrible, I just leave. But it's 3.5 years now that I've been here, just about, and I love it, so I never left.
Good deal. So what do you do at NAHN?
I'm what's called the home ownership coordinator.
Okay.
So which basically means that I bring people into the organization, I explain what we do, I'm the first point of contact for anyone, and then once they're in, I kind of help them just through the process in general, getting qualified and getting their application in and becoming a homeowner in the end.
Yeah,
So,
nice.
yeah.
But that's very satisfying.
It is.
To help people
It's a long process. Like some people are with us for years before they get into a house, but when they do, man, it's super cool to see. I mean, they're so excited, so happy.
Yeah. So is that the main scope of their mission? What is NAHN's mission?
Yeah, the mission is to help low-income people become homeowners, basically. And we do other things as far as like energy efficiency with the houses. We're very much into building homes properly and well insulated so that, you not only have an affordable house payment, but like the utility bills are really reasonable too.
Yeah,
that's a part of it. Yeah, that's a part of the cost of home ownership. So that's the main mission, but we do a bunch of other things like related to that too.
Yeah. So what are the other programs that NAHN also is incorporated with or integrated with? I know I asked you about Habitat for Humanity earlier, and then that's just one of the entities that they work with. But what are some other programs that NAHN?
Yeah, so we have 2 names basically, but we're the same people, same mission. And so we're National Affordable Housing Network, or we call ourselves NAHN, and then Habitat for Humanity of Southwest Montana. So they're 2 separate nonprofit organizations, but they're run by the same staff. And so under those 2 umbrellas, we do a couple of things. We do home ownership. We have a program that's called Mutual Self-Help, which is a mouthful, but that is what most people are familiar with, that Habitat for Humanity does all over the country, where people help build their own home.
Yeah.
So that's the self-help part of it, is you're really putting in a lot of work. And then we also have credit counseling geared towards people who want to become homeowners. So that's for anyone, any income. You don't have to want to build a house with us. You just need to be working towards the goal of buying a home at some point in your life. And so we will sit down one-on-one with someone and just go through their credit, piece by piece, and kind of get it to where it needs to be so that they have a good score and their debts, manageable and all that, which is a really overwhelming thing for some people to do. So it's really nice, and it's, like I said, it's a free service, so I encourage anyone to take advantage of it because it can be really huge.
Yeah, I think a lot of people need help, especially young, up and coming, right straight into adult world, have no idea what it takes to buy a house or how to set up their finances so that they can.
Yeah.
So that's very valuable information.
Yeah, and it's so easy to screw up your credit. It
Oh, yeah.
doesn't take much at all, but it takes a lot of time and a lot of work to build it up once you've done that. So I do think that it's extremely useful for young people in particular.
So for that particular program, no qualifications really, you just want to have that desire to work with your credit and align it up, so.
Yeah, and we work in 5 counties, so you do need to live in those 5 counties, but that's the only requirement. So in Silver Bow is one of them. We cover Jefferson, Madison, Beaverhead, and Powell.
Would you say that most people that need that service are actually applying for it, or do you think maybe the word is maybe they don't know the service exists? I mean, do you have a lot of people that come in, or are you just thinking there should be more people than this coming in?
I do. I mean, I think if everyone understood how useful it is, that we would be completely overrun.
Oh, yeah.
And not be able to function, and that's not the case. I mean, we're busy, but, compared to the population of Butte in particular, we don't see probably nearly as many people as we could and should. So I don't think that enough people are taking advantage of it right now.
Do you think there's this personal level of maybe discomfort when you have to disclose your finances, and maybe that's a big part of it?
Yeah, it's really personal. I mean, we, without trying, we'll discover a lot of things about you just by looking at your credit report. So I get that, and it's a scary thing too if you don't know what it looks like. I mean, most people have a sense of whether their credit's good or bad, but they don't really know the details of what that means and what's actually on there. So I think a big reason why a lot of people who know about us don't ever come is just the fear of facing that head on and actually
putting your dirty laundry out for everybody to see.
Yeah, not just that, is for themselves to see too. Because sometimes it's really overwhelming, and the fact that it's not an easy fix, you can't just fix it overnight.
Oh yeah.
It's like, well, I'd rather not even look at it then, which is unfortunate.
Yeah. Well, it's good that you're offering it for free too. I mean, that's something that people think, I need to get this taken care of, and they're like, but I can't afford it. Yeah. But knowing that that's there, that's a really good thing for them. So
and there are some paid services out there that do the same thing, and they go a step further than we do, where they'll do it for you. So there's a difference between the services we offer and things you'll see that are really similar. So we provide the education, we give you all the information you need, but then it's up to you to actually follow through and do it.
Right. As with any type of help that you get, like counseling or whatever, you need to actually put some action into it and start doing it.
I mean, even with the paid services, there's only so much they can do for you. There's still going to come a point where you're going to have to, pay down your debt or whatever it is.
So how can people get a hold of you? Can they just walk in, or do they need to make an appointment to set something like that up?
Yeah, for the credit counseling, we do appointments. Anyone's welcome to walk in just for information, obviously, but to actually meet one-on-one and look at your credit, we do require appointments.
Okay.
And so we have a website. It's NAHN.com. The initials for National Affordable Housing Network. And then our phone number is 782-8579.
Sweet.
Yeah, so you can, and I'll probably be the one that answers the phone. So
awesome. Just ask for Meghan.
Yep.
All right. So tell me a little bit about the Restore program. I mentioned that I saw your sign down there, and I know a little bit about it, but tell me about what the Restore program is about.
Sure. That's one of our most exciting things happening right now, I think.
Cool.
So that falls under the Habitat for Humanity umbrella, and a lot of people are really familiar with it because there's really big restores all over the country in the bigger cities. So we've got one in Butte now. It's not officially a restore, I should say, because in order to get that branding, you have to be up and running and showing that you're a functioning store, basically. So for now, we're calling it the Donation Warehouse.
All right.
Which will be the restore in the future, and it's open Fridays and Saturdays. I guess I should backtrack a little bit and explain what it is. So the restore is basically like a Home Depot meets a thrift store, or a Triple X meets a thrift store. Yeah, so we get donated items from the community. So it's like anything from doors to cabinets to windows. It's all related to home maintenance and building. We've got hardware, paint, appliances, all sorts of stuff. I mean, it's a huge warehouse and it's full of things. So, you know, if you're like a do-it-yourselfer or, you know, just renovating a house or you bought a new one and it needs some work, it's a really great place to start because we get it for free, we can sell it at a huge discount. And most of it is used, but it's in good shape. It's something that can be reused. Just the idea and the name, restore.
I like the idea that you're taking something that can be recycled or reused.
Yeah.
Upcycle, I guess is what they call it. Because I have seen where somebody's doing a project, and instead of nicely, and I should say this, I see this a lot on TV, and it kind of gets my goat. People are doing a remodel, and there's a really nice pair of cabinets, and instead of just taking them down nicely and doing something like what they're doing, they take the sledgehammer to it, and I'm like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
You know, you could use that, you know, doors, the old doors, like in our house, we have an older, like all the homes in Butte, it's pretty old, and it has a really old doors, and we switched them out, so the doors are actually still sitting in our garage. But I can't even imagine just throwing those out. I mean, those doors are probably 100 years old.
Yeah, and they're probably solid core wood.
Yes, they are.
Yeah,
they are. And they have like 20 million layers of paint, but
yeah.
there's someone who knows how to take that
okay.
off. I mean, I've tried. It's really tough. But the idea that you can, if you're doing any kind of remodeling, listen to this, Butte. If you're doing any kind of remodeling, and you've got really old stuff in your house, including the trim, because I know trim, some of that nice trim is really expensive if you go to some of the stores, you know, some of the big stores. So your trim, the medallions around your doors, the doorknobs, your cabinets, even some of the countertops if they're in really good shape. There's a lot of stuff that you can reuse or upcycle, and so donating them to the Restore program, I think, is probably a really good idea. It keeps the stuff out of the landfill, first of all. You're reusing it. You're kind of passing down a little bit of the history, because some of the stuff in Butte is super old. I mean, and you can't really find that stuff anywhere else.
No.
So
we've got some really unique stuff in the store.
Keeping it in the loop, I think, is an awesome idea. So next time you remodel, do not take the sledgehammer. If you know it can be reused, donate it to the Restore program. Where is that warehouse at, by the way?
It's at 821 South Arizona, and it's open right now just Fridays and Saturdays, and we're hoping to expand that as we, you know, get the word out and people know we're there. But for now, it's Friday 12 to 5:30 and Saturday 10 to 2.
Nice.
Yeah.
Is that over by Quilisi?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, it is.
Quilisi Glass. I think
I'm not sure which side that's on, but it's very close.
Awesome. I like that idea. All right. And so, again, if they want to donate, they can call you, or they just stop by the warehouse?
They can just stop by, yeah. It used to be where you needed an appointment. That's not the case anymore. We're in a new space than we used to be in, and it's just open. So the hours I said, Friday 12 to 5:30 and Saturday 10 to 2 is for shopping and donations.
Awesome.
Yeah.
All right. So
and we are a nonprofit, so your donations are tax deductible. If you just ask for a receipt, we'll give you one.
That's even nicer.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so you have the Restore program, you have Habitat for Humanity, and you have the credit counseling. Any other services we need to be aware of that might be helpful to somebody? I'm sure you have other stuff.
I think I covered them all.
Excellent.
There is some stuff like within the home ownership program that is very much dependent on each individual person. So it's hard to cover them all, but basically, well, if you want to buy a home in Butte, come see us and we can help you through that process. You may not end up doing a program with us and building a home with us, but we can assist with purchasing an existing home also. And we're very much in the know on like different loan programs for folks dependent on their income. So, you know, there's stuff out there to help people make it possible.
So you can hook them up with the resources too.
Yeah.
You don't offer them yourself.
Yeah,
That's
exactly.
great. That is awesome. It's kind of like a bank of knowledge. I think there are a lot of places in Butte that are banks of knowledge like that, and people don't know that they're there, or they think, well, you know, I don't know if it's worth it, or they're intimidated by the process. But I think if you just get in there and do it, talk to somebody like Meghan, she can hook you up. All right. So what do you find most satisfying about working with all these programs? What is it that draws you to them?
Yeah, the people for sure.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I mean, we've worked with some really fun people, and it's just cool to see the process. Because, like I said, some people have, like, their credit might be terrible, and they think there is no way that they'll ever own a home, and they come in our door anyway, and they go, let me try.
Yeah.
And, and then, like, over time, they work on their credit, and they get it good, and they apply for a home, and then, next thing you know, they're moving in, and they're so excited. It's just cool to see the change in attitude and, like, confidence that people go through. Like, stuff you wouldn't necessarily think about. It's huge to just see what a difference in a person when they're just like, no hope to, I've actually done it.
That's awesome.
Cool. Yeah,
that is awesome.
I mean, it's just so much fun to see happen.
And that you're a part of that too. You're helping somebody get a home, which that's a huge thing, It
is, yeah.
Thing that most people aspire to when they leave home and they are working and doing things. They want to have their own place.
Yeah, it's life-changing for some people, and like in this particular build this year that we're doing in Butte, there are 2 women in wheelchairs, and so so their homes are really kind of custom built to them because I mean it's really hard to find an accessible home that's going to work for your particular situation because everybody's different.
Yeah.
So with them, it's been huge for them to not only buy a house they can afford, but one that's really built so that they can move around easily.
Oh wow, that is awesome. That is really cool. I noticed that the houses over on Hancock, the Habitat for Humanity houses, they're coming along rather nicely.
Yeah.
Is there another patch you guys are going to start working on?
Yeah, that's the main focus area at the corner of Hancock and Eagle. We finished a 4-plex there in a single-family home earlier this year, and there's 3 more single-family homes that are going to wrap up really soon. But we also have a home going up on Copper Street, right at the corner of Copper and Excelsior. That's part of this group as well. That's a really cool house, actually.
Oh, sweet.
Yeah. And then we have lots scattered around. So over the course of the next year or 2, we'll be building in other places as well, in addition to those.
Awesome.
It just depends on what
and just so you know, people, they're always looking for volunteers to help with those. I had the opportunity to work at the ones on Hancock. I loved it.
Yeah.
That's my deal. Cool. That's what I want to do for a living is work on houses. And so just being able to paint, painting and hammering and all that good stuff. We put some framing around some windows. I was actually working with one of the homeowners.
Yeah. And
just that, what a great feeling to see something like that, a community coming together. The camaraderie was awesome. There's a lot of laughing and joking around, and we were working with the volunteers that were there too.
Yeah, I think they're the AmeriCorps team.
So it was nice to meet some new people too. But I know that you can always use volunteers to help with that, and so good opportunity if you like to do that sort of thing. Obviously, go out there and make a get in there, get in there and do it, make a difference. Yeah, that's really cool, really cool.
Yeah, and even the restore too. That relies heavily on volunteers, and we're actively looking for people to help with that too.
Oh, nice.
So we have a bunch of opportunities if anyone's interested.
Well, yeah, if you need something to do in the summer, right? I mean, sometimes people are like, "This is so boring. There's nothing to do around here." Yeah, there is. You can volunteer. There's plenty of volunteer opportunities in Butte, and I know that for a fact. See them all the time. All right. So we're winding down now. So we're going to do our 10 for 10 random questions, so we know a little bit more about Meghan. Meghan, what's your favorite place to eat in Butte?
I love the Hummingbird Cafe.
Oh, that is a nice place.
Yeah.
Pork chop or pasty?
Pasty, but like really neither. I'm actually, I shouldn't say that, I know. I'm not really excited about either one, but I would take a pasty over pork chop.
Yeah, I'm sure that's a big debate in some places, but not here. I would take both. What's the best season in Butte?
Summer by far.
Summer, yes, I agree.
Down.
Yes.
There's no debate.
Which festival or event do you most look forward to here in Butte?
We got the folk festival.
Yeah,
like all year long. Yeah.
Awesome.
I can't wait for it.
All right. What did you want to be when you were a kid?
An astronaut.
Oh, that is so cool. I agree
I did
with
a
that
couple
one.
things, but that's probably the most consistent
And
in my
that's the
childhood.
one.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really cool. I want to go to Mars.
Do you?
I
See
do,
that?
but I
don't
have
think would
family,
do
so
that.
I can't leave. So
Yeah.
somebody's got to do the laundry and stuff, right?
Right.
Okay, is there a place in Butte you want to visit but you haven't had a chance to?
Yeah, sort of. I've never done the underground walking tour, so it's not
Oh,
like
neither
maybe
have I.
one place, but that's a thing
Yeah.
I have wanted to do since I got here, and everyone says it's great.
That's very interesting, yeah.
I've done it,
All right, how do you take your coffee?
yeah. Light and sweet.
Light and sweet, very good. Are you a cat or dog person?
I'm actually a cat person. I don't like to tell people that because you get this like, oh, dogs are great.
I know, right?
Not that I don't like dogs. I just think cats are cooler.
Yeah, we have 3 cats, so.
Yeah.
But we've had a dog before, so.
Yeah.
What's your favorite color?
Orange.
Orange, awesome. If you won the lottery today, what's the first thing you would buy?
Probably a travel, like an airline ticket.
Nice,
to
where
go
would you go?
somewhere. I don't know.
Cool.
Anywhere.
That sounds like a good thing to do. All right. Well, thank you for your time today
Thanks.
and for telling us more about NAHN. And you know where it's at. It's in the Phoenix building
Right.
on the 2nd floor, Suite 211. Just go or give them a call and ask about the different programs they have. Remember, you can also volunteer for some of the programs they have. Just a great opportunity to make an impact in our community and be able to get help if you need it. If you know someone who has those kind of needs, obviously let them know that it exists and make use of them. So we thank Meghan today for hanging out with us, and hopefully next week we'll have another interviewee if I can just stay on task. I hope you're enjoying the summer out there, or the winter, not the winter, the spring. See, that's how confused I am with the seasons right now. Thank you for tuning in today, and get out there and experience Butte.